Hey there folks, and welcome to the next 650 PP tryouts. In this tryouts I am doing the Integra Type R DC2 1995. So here's the parts for this car and such, which Integra Type R, a very famous FF car, probably one of the fastest FFs about, I must say. Not only it's pretty fast, it's pretty stable for a high horsepower FF. But yeah, I kinda gotta agree to a lot of people saying it's still one of the best FFs. Because of its motor not freaking out too much. Thank God for that. Yeah, it's a B18C motor. Which, no, it says Integra on it, because I believe the Civic can also use that motor too, or use that motor too. Because the Integra is basically the sedan to the Civic. At the end of the day. Although the Civic had the Fiero sedan, so it was just kind of weird. Oh yeah, also make sure to buy this Buy Originity upgrade, because I didn't just did this car twice in a full time. No! Because I forgot to buy Originity. But yeah, overall, not bad for upgrades for inline 4. Almost said it's like 400 horsepower. But yeah, here's the additional customization and such. Yeah, put some Hayashis on there. Then had the vinyl style based on a song on Spotify, no less, too. An arcade racer that says Race to Mount Fuji, Dumbay. I believe it's Kazuya Katsuya or something like that. You're gonna see it here in the picture, because I will say I did spell it right. And such. But yeah, here's all the parts you can do to it. You add spoilers and stuff. It's very basic. The most fine line of tuners, basically. Too bad to make especially clips anything in this one. I would really love that, to have a comparison. But so far, in terms of FFs, it's either the Integra or the Civic when it comes to serious FFs. The other choice I could say is Suzuki Swift. Doesn't matter. Okay, here's where the license plate would be, which weird spot where to put that at. I gotta say. On the left side. But yeah, something to know is the headlights. The headlights are kind of special for this one, because just to say, those weren't the original headlights. Yes, those are the newer headlights that came later due to a complaint of the first gen of it, or second gen of it, I should say. This is the 2.5 gen of it. But yeah, here's the tune setup, which very basic. Yeah, the bias position has to be negative, because for FS, in order to keep them very stable, you might as well pull that back all the way, so that way the car is more stable to the ground and doesn't freak out when turning too much. Because that's the problem when you have an F up this high power. Here's the vinyl. Yeah, Kazuki Katsuya, or Katsuta. Okay. Suzuki Katsuta. So yeah. The Integra Type R, a very fun car and a very well-known car throughout most 90s, 2000s games, most cases, especially Need for Speed Underground or of course Grand Turismo 1, 2, 3. This car is, I would say, like, well-known in one way and well-known in another way, basically. That and it's one of Honda's most established coupe sedans. Nowadays, I would say, in terms of modern incarnation for the Integra, it's more of a, what's I supposed to say it? I guess just a serious coupe at the end of the day. It still uses the same case as with the shared motor with the Civic, which is using the Civic motor. But otherwise, it's not a bad car at the end of the day. It's just, this one's a really hodgepodge because, yeah, this generation, fine, but the generations after, a lot of people debate. Especially on its last generation before it cut the line and then came back for the newer generation. Hopefully that newer one shows up in the game, because I'm curious about that one. Even though it's basically a Civic if it's sedan, but still, it would be nice at the end of it. Because don't get me wrong, I like this one, but it's not. I don't feel like it's the most craziest. Another problem I have with the Integra 2, they made it an FF, which I find for the Integra kind of bad, to be honest. I would rather have it as a FR. If this had the option to be a FR, I think this car would be so much better. Like, way better than what it is sitting at. I get it, FF can be a fun thing, but sometimes when you make it too high powered, which in this case, this is at like right at the moment where it starts losing its stability and stuff, because when you put so much power in an FF, the car just freaks out. Where the FR could just still take it, but it will still slide a bit worse over time. But for this case, yeah, this car would freak out if it had the newer Honda Civic motor, which, yeah, it can have that too. Also, it can have the Civic K series, I believe, motor, which I don't know if that would be a good choice to do, considering if the Mini Cooper was pretty bad with that, because, yeah, just said the Mini Cooper was going to be a choice, but due to the fact it burns through its tires like no tomorrow, I decided not to. Is it an interesting case? Yeah, it's just bad. That's a really bad thing they did. Probably a better motor for the Mini Cooper. Not stupid Honda K series motor, because I gotta say, that motor will work if it's an FR. If it's like some other FF or some older generation, uh-oh. On that part, but yeah, the Honda Integra, pretty quick car for the turn segment of this. I guess so. Which, not surprising, so this is where FF's gonna shine, most of their turn acceleration at least. Okay, for that. Because they're not gonna be freaking out like an FR or an MR for that matter, just sliding out more than they should. Yeah, 113.814, not bad. At all. I think it's quicker than the XNOR immediately on that. Got the check in, I could easily say it's definitely quicker than the XNOR. Then the XNOR did a 114.706, this just did a 113.814, so yeah, definitely quicker. Not matter. Get on to the next lap here. But yeah, I believe this is the best lap, so here we go. I don't have the camera moving, because usually when I get to like the best lap, I don't let the camera move, so that way you kind of understand how I'm steering it and stuff. In case for those that just want to try my method a little bit. I won't say it's the best method, but yeah. There's probably definitely way better methods about this, but yeah. To the last roundabout, let's see. 113.272. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very quick. On to Deep Forest Raceway, the bounce track. Which, yeah, this is where the Integra kind of struggles because its top speed is really not that great. It's about, I want to say, 185 miles per hour, so it's not really that quick at all. It's not really that fast at all. It's quick, it can turn pretty good, it's just not very fast as a trade-off. Considering the XNOR, I would definitely say it beat it here. Sadly. But here we go. Yeah. This is the balanced track out of the bunch, and surprising the Exner did beat it here. No, the Exner's time on this, yeah, it's not much better. But yeah, I sometimes do kind of debate if this is a balanced track or a speed track sometimes. It has like 2 long straightaways, but I kind of just debate, it's like, you don't go full gears on them, so you don't technically don't go full speed. You do show a bit of speed, you don't show full it. If you know what I mean. But yeah, that's the one big fault, I'm just gonna say in general, of FFs, because I tried many other FFs. The Integra's probably still kind of the best result to me in terms of FFs that are good than FFs that are bad and such. Yeah, 134.715. Yeah, it's not gonna be that quick, because I would say my best suggestion of time is 132, and that's mostly for cars that do like 2 laps of Le Mans and not 3 laps. I will note this does 3 laps of Le Mans, luckily, so that is a good trade-off at least. It's still pretty quick. So the Exner will technically be slower than the Integra if you had to lean the same equivalent amount of fuel, I would assume. Well, acceleration is such a big factor to this, which probably is. So you got all that turn portion, so that's where it's at. Get back onto the straightaway here. Yeah, such a little romper, I gotta say, for the Integra. Then again, inline 4 bumped up to 400 horsepower, that'd be a little romper. When I say 4, I mean almost there. It's just right there, 383 horsepower. It's pretty quick. And especially with the weight of 2,152 pounds, this thing is pretty fast. But that's pretty fast for something that light. Got the 134.701. Not bad, but not good enough. Considering on the fast lap, you can see there on the left, 133.866. So it is quick enough to hit the 133 at least, which is a really good sign at least. Because if it stayed at 134, that probably would have been bad. Because just to say, in advanced ranking, definitely not going to be A or B for that matter. I'll tell you that much. As a matter of fact, the ranking, I'm in a massive debate between C or D when it comes to this. And as such. Yeah, I hope you guys like the final I did for this one, because I just know I saw the album and I was like, hey, that looks like Integra. Because there's also another car too on that album too that might do as well. Which I know what that one is too. That one is the MR2, which I don't know if I'll do the MR2 at this point or at some later point. I'm like them. So, yep, here we go, down through the massive straightaway, the roller coaster. I got it. This is kind of similar to the Spa Prinker Chips. Here. So that's what they basically turned that endpoint there. 133.652. So not bad. Because I think the Exner did a 132.9, I believe. So not too far off. The real saying is who's going to have 132. I had to check that. But yeah, now onto Mount Panorama, which is same case, speed mostly, except for this uphill battle. Which, you know, this car shines very well too, surprisingly. If there's anything you gotta watch out, is throttle pushing on turn, such. But yeah, as I mentioned, we're on top speed, like 100. 85 plus, I would say. It's not a very fast car, but it can get there, basically. Oh, yeah, I love that there's a little clock on the center, too. That's very different on some of these dashboards and such. And yeah, it's Type R style, so you can see like a little bit of, I don't know if I want to say carbon or just, it's still there. Looks like carbon. Yeah, I will note that there is also another Integra 2 that you can also drive, but it's basically just a waiter gear, and I don't know why they have it besides different seats, because I think these are the non-red seats. Yeah, these are the non-red seats. So the other one has the red seats. So in case you want the red seats, you have that one too. Because otherwise, I think that's kind of the only difference between that one and that one. Otherwise, I just don't know why they have two Integras. They're literally kind of the same. It would make more sense if the other Integra was a GS or something. You know, the actual production model instead of the special homologation model and such. Because yeah, I gotta admit, I would like more of the production models than the limited edition models, just to see like where they come from, you know. Like example, there's the GTO that we have twin turbo. That is basically the high grade model. There's the SR model that doesn't have a turbo, and then if we go later years on the GTO, there's also the other ones too that don't even have the all-wheel drive. Instead of it, it's an FF for GTO, which is crazy. I'm curious how the heck that drives. It's gonna be interesting on that. But other cars kind of have that too in terms of downgrade models, like a little twist to them. That could be either good or just straight up terrible in some cases. Like example, I could think of a terrible cases. The Corvette Stingray C3 having a nice beefy motor, but then the later years they gave it the terrible Iron Duke and such. Yeah, I hit that side really bad. Yeah, definitely not counting this lap, but it's something. This definitely ain't the best lap though, luckily. Get onto the downhill here. Glass across. But yeah, like I said, the biggest problem, FS are just not great when they're high powered at all. Because they deal with this whole acceleration stutter that I've been trying to solve, but it's very difficult to understand. Besides, taking the weight ballast and just put it all backward, or put it on the back. Which does help it, but the problem is you're putting more weight in the front, which basically causes more tire degradation in that case. I would think. Or maybe opposite, I don't know. It still kind of feels like it's the same matter at the end of it. Not sure what to imply. So here we go onto the straight here. At 2:15.715. Yeah, definitely not the quickest lap, but it's something. Now on to the last best lap of this session, which happened around the 6th lap. But yeah, this was kind of tough to push it to the lap I needed. I did got a good lap though, eventually. Now onto the straightaway here. Yeah, like I said though, I just kind of wish this was an FR to be honest, or a way to change it to an FR. This car would probably be so much better. I believe it would, but then again. But yeah, you have also like the Accord, and then there's the Prelude too. I can think of in terms of other old Honda cars. Especially the Prelude. The Prelude should come back, for sure. And you got the Honda Accord, too. It's a very interesting, luxurious sedan they had, I recall. Especially there's a wagon to it. And such. I need to go look at my old Gran Turismo 2 stuff again. Just a recap. I go look at the one YouTuber I usually watch, Matt J. That kind of info. Yeah, 14.621 right now. So what makes this lap much quicker? Let's see. I mean, it's only a shaped sector, so that's pretty good. Doesn't matter. Onto the big old straightaway. That's a fast way, which, yeah, I can't believe they don't have the reverse layout. It's kind of weird the Grid Legends has that, but this one don't. Which, if there was a reverse layout, I probably would have done this track in reverse, because I kind of prefer the reverse layout about this. Because I will say, there's some tracks I like the forward way, but there is a case I like the reverse way much more. And such. Yeah, 214.308, okay, that's pretty good. Don't matter. So what all can it do? You can do the Sunday Cup for one thing. Do the Classic, because sometimes I still don't understand why the Classic just allows you anyway, but alright. I digress. And then you have the Japanese FF Challenge, which I'm gonna be honest, they need to get rid of the whole regional crap. Just say FF Challenge, or, you know, make it more generic so that way you have more options and fun opportunities with it. Then the race of Turbo Sports Cars, which is pretty easy. You can do that with a 600 PP and such as well. And then the World Touring Car, you can do basically all of it, but make sure you're pretty good at driving the car, because Laguna Seca was kind of the challenge for this car. And such. And then you got Hypercar Parade, which I'm gonna say it's kind of doable. As long as the Vulcan's not in the front. If he's in the front, prepare for the worst. I would think he'd be good enough for that. The only track I would say debatable is Le Mans, because it's a high-speed track. You got, speaking of high-speed Marine Track Day, Tokyo Highway Parade. You got, not that one, Asian Oceania Championship. You have the World Touring Car 700 as well. Yep, that's all I can do. So now onto the race of the ones, the real tests. How it did. But yeah, as you've seen, it can easily do 3 laps, I'll tell you that much. And right at 3 laps too, so it's like a perfect spot for the car. Now, the rank, I'm gonna be very confused and conflicted about this. But it really sits at the low C to me at the end of the day, and the reason why it hits a low C to me, because it also feels kind of debatable in some tracks' case. So yeah, for the sprints case, I'm gonna say D, but for the endurance factor, I'd say C low. So it debatably can do it, but it's not great doing it. And then C can do, but it's not like the greatest around. It's not like you can't just, you know, by assumption win immediately. You gotta show a lot of skill to get it there, so to say. But yeah, the real opponent in this session is not the Viper, nor the Corvette C7. The real opponent you will be seeing next week. Yeah, overall, the Integra, not a bad car, very fun car, and tires don't burn like no tomorrow, so that's a really good part. You can lift the weight all in like 66 to 34. So overall, not bad. Pretty good for what it serves. And for being considered one of the fastest FFs about, and I totally agree. Its acceleration stability really good and such. yeah, this doesn't freak out like the Swift does, or any other cars for that matter. That's a good part about the Integra. And also, I will say, you can bump this up to 670. Just for this case, I just wanted to try it for 650. I wanted a non-engine swap Honda example. Because the other choice was the Honda Civic with the Integra motor. Which when I say the Honda Civic, I mean the egg. Because you got the F, egg, eek, and then the F series, or the K series. Right now. Where's the F series? I get confused about that later one. It's really weird. Yeah, about to catch the Viper right here, so that's a plus. Because using the Viper as a butt. You can get the Swift Sport, grade 4. And Corvette C7, which you'd think he'd be the threat, but no, he pits every 2 laps. Which I don't understand that, because he looks like he could do 3. Because you just need to use like 33% of your fuel for best management for this track. That's all you have to do, really. Such. Not showcasing other cars in the competition pitch. But yeah, these cars, they don't really change much. It's always the same cars. I'm not gonna blah 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 in each one unless I am doing it as a weekly, then I will. Otherwise I just don't see a reason to. Just trying to think of like other things to say for this car, because this car's not bad, it's just really just there. It's like it's not a very assumptively fast car. It's nice. Not too bad. And to be honest, where it's at, it's actually a good spot for it. So I don't really expect any higher for that, something like that. But, yeah. Oh, and speaking of, yeah, there's a court. Yeah, because he sits right at 33. He could do it. I feel like he could do it. Especially the Swift. The Swift could do it. So yeah, I just don't understand why they're pitting. So yeah, so the Corvette and the Swift nerf themselves every time. Oh wait, you know, the Swift's case might have an excuse. His tires might be burning, because I will say even the grade 4 freaks out. And such. Have to check him. Nah, there's the real threat. The Hurricane. You wanna know why the Hurricane's the real threat? He could do 4 laps on this track. Which, I don't know what that equals. Yeah, 25%, yeah. 25%, you could do 25% of fuel around this track. Which is insane. Really. But the weird part is, it's mostly just him being a real threat, no one really else. God, yeah, I really love the vinyl work I did to Integra. It looks very nice and such. It's a fun little car. Because it really is the fun size car. It's the car that screams fun size. It's your Snickers bar. Basically. The little Fuji mountain sun there. The red sun. Anyways. Yeah, just got the Viper chasing after me and such. It's not surprising, he's usually the one. But yeah, you just see this Hurricane just playing past by. It's like, oh yeah, he's coming. No matter what. I would say sometimes a rare case the NSX can be a butt too. But yeah, throughout this race, I will say this was a full dry session. This was no rain whatsoever, or if there was any there was a tad. That's about it. Otherwise, it just didn't seem to be much of a problem at all. Yeah, if rain was involved, these guys would be much slower, but no, not this time around. So yeah, the rain would have happened just before lap 2, it usually always does. Oh, the EA bench passed Viper. They're fighting each other. I know there's obvious going to be the winner on that though. Yeah, now they're basically just steer this to victory, which is a very tight victory because, as I mentioned, the hurricane's coming. Yeah, he's fast. No, there's a butts of that. Just hit low fuel, and yeah, as you can see, the tire burns not bad for a full dry session. About 2/3 of the tires. I think no matter what, I switch out the tires anyways. Well, except for maybe the last bit, I think, because I was panicking because of how bad the hurricane was. As you're about to see. And also some funny shit too on top of it, because I wasn't really thinking. It's like, okay, make sure it's just further down the way, right? Like, oh crap, okay, let me steer across. And I did it. Just to say, I did not get a pit penalty for doing that. So I don't know how did I not, but here we go, here's the real show though. Okay, I got the thing up. But yeah, the hurricane was just coming across right now. It's like, oh crap, I need to get out right now. Because luckily it's the last lap. 2, I think, I believe. Yeah, it's the last lap. That's the time it's about to hit 30 minutes here. Because yeah, it's a 30-minute endurance. So yeah, as long as you drive pretty fast with 30-minute endurance, you're fine. Such. Or drive pretty fast, have high fuel reserve, and pretty good. So that's what the biggest problem with this guy is. He has high fuel reserve. Very high fuel reserve. Which, good, and also surprising considering it's coming from a Lamborghini Hurricane. So that is very impressive, I'm not going to lie on that. Considering the production one doesn't pull that crap. Yep, just going right by him, getting the horn toot. And basically victory from there on out. So yeah, until then, people, I will see you guys next time. You guys take care, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of this footage. Bye bye.